we'll see how this goes. Whatever. Check it out. Excellent stream health. Looks like everything's good. Alright, let's go. Go slice some dudes. So, I've mentioned this before. I haven't played. I don't know how long it's been since I played this specific game on stream because I haven't really. Well, maybe I did it with the Steam Deck, but I haven't really like used the PC for emulation in a long time, just because it's been. I would much rather use again the Steam Deck when it was working, or like something like this where you have like new games each week over the PC, because there's something, I don't know, there's something exciting about it. It's like, oh, you got like a new thing to play. Well, that thing over there that just showed up, that little icon of the other ninja. I was convinced when I was younger, I was like, oh, that's 2-player mode. So I'd watch my brother play this. Like, I'm gonna play 2. Put it on 2-player mode. He was like, what are you talking about? Things we convince ourselves of when we're kids. Ah. Did it again. Oops. I actually have to kind of try here. Not much, but still. Great. Who are these thugs? They told me you were good. What's there? Yes, Irene. No time to lose. Worst ninja ever. Look, it's 2-player mode. Oh man, now it's 3 players. Wow, this game's the coolest. Oh. Some of these enemy designs when I was a kid actually kind of scared me. Not those guys, but the guys that are like running with like the red little hatchet thing. Like, I thought they, for some reason, I thought those guys looked like Jason Voorhees, and the idea, even though I had never seen Friday the 13th, the idea of Jason Voorhees scared the hell out of me. There's so much stuff like, can I see me? I don't know if I can see me. I'm wearing a Nightmare on Elm Street t-shirt. There's so much stuff, like, it's different now, I guess, but there were so many things that came out. Well, maybe, I don't know, maybe Art's the new one. There were so many horror characters that were just like in media, so you would know about them way before you probably should. That's just how things were for me. Like, I love telling people, like, you know, my parents wouldn't let me watch rated R movies. Really, like, if they rented one, they would let me rent an extra game or something because I couldn't watch the movie with them. This is part of how I got so into games, because I couldn't watch movies when they rented them. But yeah, you would hear about, like, you know, Candyman or Jason Voorhees or Chucky or maybe Michael Myers or something like that, and, you know, just have to deal with that. It took me forever to realize what those scrolls used to do. They give you a higher amount of magic. Shoot. It's wild how things go bad so fast in this game. Got health back when I died. Don't know what happened there. This is level 2. The boss of this level used to kind of scare me too. It was just the dude that just throws out spiders. Those things there. I might have been a little bit of a fraidy cat when I was a kid, I don't know. Look at this. Look how scary this guy is. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at how clutch that is. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it wasn't the guy. It was that right there that creeped me out. 'Cause, like, what is that? Getting here, I think this is the night level. This level was super cool, if I remember right. I'm still here. The fact that this game had lighting effects like this, where you have to, like, you need to wait for the light so you can see where you're going, because the platforms aren't lit up, you have no clue where, what's around, what is. Oh, it's... You know, but spots like this too, where it's just like hard to get out. Nice. That was a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and move it, so there we go. Remember back when games used to say game over when you lost? Alright. Switch that filter off. Battletoads is the other one. I mean, again, Battletoads is Battletoads. But whatever. I went through this weird resurgence where people were like, ooh, call GameStop and ask them to have Battletoads. And they made new Battletoads, and nobody wanted to play Battletoads because Battletoads is a weird game. It's a game that, like, people know that grew up with it. People that were aware of the meme, they also know about it. But, like, weren't there. You remember about it when you were younger. It's like, it was a, you know, it was a 2-player game you could play at the same time. The Dark Queen was hot. And then, the Turbo Tunnel. But there's so much more to the game. Like when you see people that are like that know how to actually finish the game, this game is crazy. This was like the perfect, like, it's the perfect game to not own back then. It's the perfect game to, like, know somebody else, like another kid that has it. It's like, I'm gonna go to that kid's house and play Battletoads today. It's good for that. I don't want to own Battletoads. Play Battletoads, I want to play Battletoads with somebody. You know, but don't want to actually own it myself. Always think of those things. Do you think Battletoads will be successful? Yeah, when pigs fly. And then you get to flying pigs. Very hard to figure out where the angle is to that thing. I thought this moment right here was super cool when I was a kid. It was first-person shooters. Wolfenstein existed. Wolfenstein 3D. This game came out way before Doom was even a thing. But the idea of playing something like this, where like you're in like security camera view. What was popular back then? Cops. Cops was popular. This is before what was that police chase show? I don't remember what it was called. World's Deadliest Police Chases? Anyway, Cops was popular. And then you'd have, like, the security camera footage of that, and you'd see the cop from the perspective of the car, which is neat. This was kind of close to that, looking in first person, you got a camera that's looking at you, and, like, you're attacking the camera, essentially. That was neat. It's a cool idea. These levels sucked because... This level in particular, because, you get the hang of it, it's whatever. Until you get the hang of it, you can die so fast. I don't understand why they made the game like this. They're just, they're British. Rare. I mean, not the Battletoads. So these things here, these are the issues. What these things do, they will cut your rope, and if they cut your rope, you're dead. You just die. It doesn't matter how much life you have, it's just a game over. Not a game over, it's just a lost life. So you play this game with somebody else, there's this thing where like you would, I think it would reset the game or the progress based on if somebody died or not. So if somebody wasn't paying attention, you know, this kept you in a rope cut, all of a sudden you just die and you come back and all of a sudden the next person dies because they're out of rhythm, and it sucks so much. It's one of those games where like there are several games, like Contra kind of falls in this too, where like it's cool playing it in 2-player, but at the same time playing it in 2-player can be like kind of screw you over. It's like tennis. Both people have to be on the same level, otherwise it's no good. The way that section works is you'll get electrocuted, and then after that, the other row thing will come and cut your rope then, which is, again, no good. What? What are we doing? Nice. I lost my damn cutter. My cutty boy. Whoa, 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 see, there we go, there's another life. To me, that's not enough to like warrant losing the entire life. Here we go. Here we go. So, all these games back then, Double Dragon 2, would also have these moments where like you have to run and jump, and like you can play platformers no problem, but like for some reason doing them in this is such a pain. Almost walked off the platform. It's not even my fault. Oh my gosh, I did it anyway. One life. This isn't the bad part. The part is, it's like you just have to memorize what the pattern is. I never did. I was never that good. I've gotten through this level a couple times, but it's just like, this is whatever. There's a certain part when it gives you like a question mark, and you're just like, wait, what? It's because any of these mistakes here will kill you instantly. For whatever reason, the Lion King decided, hey, what if we add one of these levels in too? And it's the worst. Yeah, anyway. So there's that. We'll go ahead and quit that. I think they added games to the Game Boy too. I don't remember what the two platforms were. They definitely added some new games, and I was excited to see Ninja Gaiden 2. Outside of that, I was like, oh, whatever, everything else is dead to me. But Ninja Gaiden 2, man. Must be this. Yes, that was right. What were the two games? Kid Icarus of Myth and Monsters, Bionic Commando. I was talking to somebody recently about this game, about how the 3DS game is really good, but I don't think anybody remembers it really. I mean, maybe, I don't know. It had some weird issues. Like, if you hear people talk about it, people either loved it or hated it, and the hang up is the controls. If you can get used to the controls, the game is super cool. It's like Star Fox, sort of, because you're flying, but you have to, like, if you're holding the 3DS, you have to hold it in one hand and use the stylus with the other hand. So you have like one button to shoot, but you're doing all of like the actual aiming and stuff with your right hand. So it's kind of like, fake mouse and keyboard controls. And of course, Bionic Commando is Bionic Commando, which it's really cool seeing this here. Man, I used to think that picture of the kid holding the Game Boy was like the coolest, most futuristic looking thing. I didn't care for the Super Game Boy pack thing, but there's also, let's see if I can find another one. Right here, the head-to-head thing was something I always looked out for too. I was like, oh man, well, I'm gonna be able to play this with somebody one day, and then realized that I didn't know anybody at the time that had a Game Boy. And by the time when Pokemon blew up and kids started getting Game Boys, I didn't have a Game Boy anymore. I had a Game Boy back in like 1994. By like 1999, my Game Boy was long gone. I had a Super Game Boy that I was still using to play Pokemon, but yeah, anyway. I think Kid Icarus is on, I think the original one is on the Nintendo Classics thing, but this just recently got added. He called the valiant warrior Pit and sent him into a program of intense training for the upcoming attack. Pit must now find 3 sacred treasures hidden in Angel Land. Be brave, Pit. Your long mission is just beginning. This game can only be 35 minutes long. Let me see. I'm just making up a number, but I'm gonna go to how long to beat. Let's see how long this game is. Kid Icarus. Wow, 2.5 hours long. Putting some faith in those batteries, man. Oh, it's got a save feature. I never really played this one. Do with a beard? Alright, what if I don't have a hammer? Fascinating. You can go down in this game. Oh my gosh, these levels scroll. I mean, I don't know if it's actually scrolling, if it's doing the same thing the Nintendo game did, where you would go to the left and all of a sudden it's kind of like repeat. It's a hell of a battle. guess I could have just left. There's no reason to be here. All I did in that room was just lose health. Let's go with not that one. Fascinating. Thank you very much. Oh no, pressing down pushes you below the clouds. Good to know. Of course I'm going to save. I have the option to save. Why wouldn't I save? Alright. Whatever. Kid Icarus. I don't know the Game Boy version of Bionic Commando. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. Let me see. Let's see. This is probably 1991? 92? 92. Okay.
Bye.